Here we go, let's give it a start, see what happens. Fuel pump works, fuel pump primes, clutch in, side stand up. Woohoo. Hi, how you doing? Kevin here, KJ's Moto. And even if you don't ride a Suzuki or a Kawasaki, this video might help you sort out some problems that you may have, like this on the older versions of batteries and electronics and all things that can go wrong. As you can see, the TLR is back up on the naughty table, but viewers of mine who have got plenty of experience can maybe see something straight away. But we'll get back to that in a minute. From my previous video, we changed batteries. This one was showing a lot of resistance, and hence maybe the poor cranking performance, where the engine would turn over but it wouldn't actually fire, and when it finally did fire was because you let your finger off the button to start the engine. It's the strangest thing. I've never had this before. You know, I've had dirty injectors which won't let the engine start when the engine's hot. Well, I've had bad fuel filters from getting water in the system or sitting around for too long, and that's what the engine won't start, or it will not rev out fully. It'll, you know, get up to about 6,000–7,000 RPM and then the power just fades off. It won't rev out fully. That's bad filters. But this one was very strange, and I've had a Rectifier regulator fail as well. That means the engine just keeps running until the battery goes flat, and then that's it. It just, everything stops and won't start again. I've had that. But this one, a little bit different. So hence, back to the battery. It's got a new battery in it, and I've only been able to start it up so far because there's another issue in the system. So I'm sort of kind of fighting two problems at the same time. And this is when you're travelling along, just riding along normal, not a rough road, smooth, and the engine just starts cutting in and out, just random, without accelerating, without doing anything. And we've gone looking at the ECU, the wiring, checking for connections, checking for corrosion, checking for burning, but everything seems to come up really good. It was very dirty when I opened it all up, just from years of road grime getting in there. I cleaned it all up with just a normal household cleaner and just soft brushes, not forcing any of the pins. All the pins are straight, no green corrosion, anything around that. They are all looking, and also the connectors are the originals. So it's an original rectifier regulator, and the connectors are all nice and tight. You see some of those guys on like Facebook groups and Hayabusa's and TLRs where they've shorted out. Gen 2's down at the bottom where the regulator's mounted down on the bottom of the swing arm there, and they all have problems with the connectors. Well, this is all very nice and clean, nice and original. I'm no auto electrician or anything like that, so I just did what maybe you do, is go searching on YouTube to find some information, and I found a really good series of videos on the charging system, the voltage regulator and stators and things like that, that I could just follow along using the multimeters. I had two. I had one, just one small cheap one, and then one slightly more expensive, does a few more different types of functions. But I just followed along this YouTube video. I'll read it out. Rocky Mountain ATV MC And they had a good series, and it was very simple to follow. It was really excellent. So I did the checks, and it all seemed to be okay. I didn't see anything that it wasn't supposed to do, and checking the direction of the current flow and all that. It was all working correctly. So we moved on and we checked the wiring on the left-hand side of the bike as well. The wiring, everything seems to be in good order. Start a relay down there, in there. So the left-hand side of the bike seems to be all right. Voltage regulator, rectifier, connections, stator, seem to be all measuring up correctly. And then we get down to the right hand side, and here we have this little bugger here, and these are these TRE, timing retard eliminators. These little electronic gizmos were popular way back for tricking the ECU that it's in a gear that's not restricted, because way back then they were retarding the ignition curves. The Hayabusas, they came out unrestricted in 1999, and then in 2002 or 2003, correct me if I'm wrong, they changed the ECU, because one bike is the older ECU and the other one's the newer ECU, and they restricted the top speed, and so these TREs came along to trick the system into thinking that it was in an unrestricted gear, and you had also the top speed limiter introduced then. But when this came out in 1999, as far as I know, there was no restrictions at all in it, like at the first Hayabusa, because they came out at the same time. So I don't think there'd be any restrictions in the ECU in this, or top speed. Now, what does it connect to? It is actually connecting to the gear position indicator, which is behind the clutch, behind the cover there. So this could be the little gremlin that I've been looking for. We'll get rid of it. Well, they came off pretty easily, and there's the little TRE there, so it just sort of breaks into the wiring harness, so we'll get rid of that. And just have a look at these pins, and all I'm going to do is give it a little bit of a spray with a contact cleaner. I'm not gonna, there's no corrosion down in there or anything like that. Pins are clean, very nice, it's looking good. And then we'll go, get rid of that. Yeah, this is just quick drying connector cleaner. Use a bit of compressed air. Yeah, it looks very good. So now it's going to go back to the way it was before, original. It doesn't have a gear position indicator on the dash. It was merely a TRE. There you go. Charging at 13.94. 13.94 charging at idle-ish. That's good because it's up from the 12. Now they don't have a choke, they just have a fast idle. It just turns the throttle body. See what it is. .74. So it's still up there to 13.7. When it drops down to idle, it just goes up fractionally more, up to 13, even up to 14.01, 14.03 at idle. So at least it's charging. Yoo-hoo! Ready for a test ride now when we put it back together.